Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, in grade 11, now we start the lecture number 5. Yesterday we started the limiting reactant. Limiting reactant, and I solved one numerical. So if you open your exercise question, this is a question number 7. If you open exercise question of chapter number 1, grade 11, you will find one question is there, numerical to solve. 1 mole of silver nitrate reacts with 1 mole of sodium chloride, and to form 1 mole of silver chloride solid and 1 mole of sodium nitrate. So here 120 grams of silver nitrate given, 52 grams of sodium chloride given, and the question is calculate the amount of silver chloride and find the limiting reactants. What is the limiting reactant here? So procedure is same. So first of all I have to change this mass into number of moles. So first of all, moles of silver nitrate, and you know the formula, mass in grams, 120 grams, and you have to calculate the molar mass. So if you see in the periodic table, silver is about 108 plus nitrogen is 14 plus oxygen 48. So this will be 170. So 170 grams per mole. This is the molar mass of silver nitrate. Now calculate number of moles. 120 divided by 170, so you will get 0.7058 moles. These are the moles of silver nitrate. Same procedure, moles of sodium chloride. The same formula, 52 grams divided by molar mass of sodium chloride, 58.5 grams per mole when you add the atomic masses. So when you are going to divide 52 divided by 58.5, the answer is 0.888 moles. Now these are the number of moles. So the same procedure I told you yesterday. We want to calculate the mass of silver chloride, this, because it's solid. So from the stoichiometric equation, balanced chemical equation, by using a conversion factor method, calculate the moles of silver chloride. Same procedure. So conversion factor is equal to molar ratio, and I told you we want to calculate the mole of silver chloride, so 1 mole and 1 mole. So 1 mole of silver chloride divided by 1 mole of silver nitrate. So 1 over 1 you will get 1. So answer is desired quantity is equal given quantity multiplied by conversion factor. So for the silver nitrate number of moles of 0.7. So 0.7058 moles of silver nitrate multiplied by 1 mole of silver chloride divided by 1 mole of silver nitrate. So silver nitrate cancelled. So you will get moles of silver chloride 0.7058, but these are from silver nitrate. These moles you have calculated from the silver nitrate. The same procedure I am going to calculate. Conversion factor is equal to molar ratio. 1 mole of silver chloride है same. So 1 mole of silver chloride divided by 1 mole of sodium chloride multiplied by given quantity 0.888. Nice. So you will get again same moles of silver chloride 0.88 moles. Now these are from sodium chloride. Now students, you students see here, C1. These are the moles of silver chloride, and we calculate from the silver nitrate come 0.7058 moles. And these are the moles of again silver chloride, but you calculate from the sodium chloride, and these come 0.888 moles. So yesterday, as you done the one example, the substance which give least amount of the product, least number of moles of the product is called a limiting reactant. So that is why 0.7058 are less than 0.888 moles. So that is why silver nitrate is a limiting reactant. Name of the limiting reactant is silver nitrate. So, and you have to calculate the mass of silver chloride. The formula of mass is moles multiplied by molar mass. So moles are from the limiting reactant 0.705 moles is a limiting reactant. 0.7058. These are the number of moles, and calculate the molar mass. 108 for the silver plus chlorine is 35.5. The answer comes 143.5. 143.5 the molar mass of silver chloride. Just multiply, you will get the answer. So multiply 0.7058 multiplied by 143 0.5. So the answer comes 101.28 grams of silver chloride. So this is the answer. This is the exercise. Exercise question number 7. Last question. Exercise question number 7, chapter number 1. How we calculate the limiting reactant and how we calculate the mass of unknown. So 120 grams silver nitrate given, 52 grams silver chloride given. This is the question mark. This is a question mark for you. So first we convert into number of moles, mass in gram over molar mass. These are the number of moles of silver nitrate. Same 52 grams given, molar mass this. These are the number of moles of silver sodium chloride. So you have to calculate the moles of silver chloride. So by using the conversion factor method you done in the previous examples, many examples we done. So conversion factor is equal to molar ratio. And according to stoichiometric equation, 1 mole and 1 mole. So 1 mole of silver chloride and 1 mole of silver nitrate. So that's why 1 over 1 multiplied by this, so you will get 0.7058 moles of silver chloride, but you calculate from the silver nitrate. Same fashion, conversion factor. Given quantity is 0.88 because the number of moles of sodium chloride are 0.88 moles. These are the same 0.88 moles. Then 1 mole of silver chloride, 1 mole of sodium chloride. So 1 you will get 0.88 moles. Now these from the sodium chloride. So according to definition, the limiting reactant is that which produces the least number of moles of the product. So definitely silver nitrate is the limiting reactant and it produces less number of moles of the product. So that's why limiting reactant. So we have to calculate the mass of silver chloride. So mass of silver chloride is equal to moles multiplied by molar mass. So these are the number of moles 0.7058 and by addition of the atomic masses 143.5 multiply and you will get the mass. So this is your answer. There are many questions. Solve the numerical, solve the also board papers which are given. Download from the net. You will be able to calculate. There is one very important question. I am going to omit. Please, you have to write. When I start writing, you must write in your copy. Already I told you when I start the lecture, you should have your calculator. See this, I bring my calculator on phone. You should have calculator, you should have book, pen, pencil, each and everything you should have. When the teacher starts, you must start this. There is no loss of time. Now there is one important another numerical. This is the question number 3B part. Exercise question number 3 part B. Liquid tribromomethane, organic compound tribromomethane has density 2.89 grams per decimeter cube. what volume of this volume of tribromomethane, question mark for you, and molecules of tribromomethane are given 2.4 into 10 raised power 24 molecules. So, dear students, this is the question. You have to calculate the volume. This is the target for you. This is the question. Density is given. Molecules are given. So before solving the numerical question, you must see what is required, what is the question, and what are the given. The question is calculate the volume. So when we are going to calculate the volume, there are many formulas, but here density is given. So that is why D is equal to M over V. Density is equal to mass per unit volume. So here D is given, V is also, M is here, but in the numerical D is provided, volume you have to find, mass is not given. So from this you can calculate the mass. So that's why D is equal to M over V. So M will be equal to D into V, and V will be equal to M over D. This is the formula you have to use. M over D. Now in the my first lecture in this chapter, you calculate number of particles. Number of particles means number of molecules, number of atoms, number of ions, number of molar units. So if you know this one, number of molecules. Number of molecules is equal to moles multiplied by Avogadro's number, but I write mass in grams over molar mass multiplied by Avogadro's number. So this is the board formula. So students, molecules are given and molar mass you find from here. Atomic mass of bromine is, I think, 80. I want to confirm. Yes. 80 is correct, yes. Atomic mass, so you have to calculate. CHBr3, carbon 12, hydrogen 1, and 240. Because of the one, you have atomic mass of bromine is 80, so 80 multiplied by 3, you will get 240. Yes. So 240 plus 1 plus 12. You will get 253 grams per mole. 253 is a molar mass of tribromomethane. Now molecules are given. and mass in gram. Mass in gram over molar mass. So calculate the number of moles, or just put the value here. 2.4 into 10 to the power 24. These are the number of molecules is equal to mass in grams. Molar mass 253 grams per mole multiplied by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. So if I am going to calculate the number of grams, then what you have to do? So mass will be equal to come here, mass will be out from here, mass in grams of tribromomethane. So this will be numerator, Avogadro will be denominator, and this will be going to be multiplier. So 2.4 into 10 to the power 24 divided by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 multiplied by 253. So you have to find it, calculate it now. This is now 2.4 divided by 6.022 multiplied by 253 is equal to 100.83. Now here, if you see the power, 23 is here and 24 is here. So this 23 will go to minus, so you will get 1. It means that 10 raised to power 1 plus. So if I am going to plus here, then this will be going to be added here. Means this power is going to be power. If I am going to remove the power, then this will be equal to 1008.3 grams of CHBr3. What is this? 2.4. Divided by 6.02.3 is multiplied by 253. You will get 100.86. Then 23, 24. This will be one more here. So this is correct. 1008.6 grams of. This is correct. Now apply the formula. Volume is equal to mass over density. So mass is 1008.6 grams divided by density is 2.89 grams per decimeter cube. So divided 1008.6 divided by 2.89. So the answer is 348.996. Volume is in decimeter cube. Volume is in the decimeter cube. Yes, correct. This answer is correct. Match your answer in your book 348.4. Dear students, in your book the unit is wrong. In the book it is written centimeter cube. If you see the book exercise question number 3.b, there is the answer same, but unit is a centimeter cube. So this is wrong. The reason is because if you see the statement of the question, the density is the grams per decimeter cube, not centimeter cube. Grams per decimeter cube. Confirm this one. Yes, grams per decimeter cube. So if the density is the grams per decimeter cube, then I put the value here. This is the decimeter cube. It will go up, and this make only decimeter cube, not per. So please correct in your book. Instead of the centimeter cube, the unit is decimeter cube. So 348.996 decimeter cube. So this is the volume of tribromomethane. Please copy it. I'm going to revise for 1 minute. Then you have to copy it. Must copy, must write, you have to see. Density of this compound is given. Volume is to be found. Molecules are given. I told you to find the density mass per unit volume. Mass formula is D into V, and volume will be M over D. Density is given, mass is not given. Volume is going to be calculated by using this formula. So dear students, if the molecules are given, I apply the formula. If you see back, I think lecture number 2 like this one. So number of molecule is equal to mass in gram over molar mass multiplied by Avogadro's number. Mass, we have to find. Molecules are given. Molar mass I find from the atomic masses from here, and Avogadro's number is constant. So dear students, when I put here mass in grams of tribromomethane, number of particles divided by Avogadro's number multiplied by the molecular mass of the organic compound. So 2.4 into 10 raised to power 24 divided by 6.022 10 raised to power 23 multiplied by 253. So you have to calculate also yourself. You have to confirm it also. So make mistake. So when you calculate it, this comes 100.86 10 raised to power plus 1, because 23 go 24 minus 23 you will get plus 1. So I change into whole number 1008.6 or 9 like this one grams of tribromomethane. Then I apply the formula. Value is equal to M over D. So M is this. Density is given here. Write units. Grams cancelled. You have only the decimeter cube. So this is the answer. 348.996. Decimeter cube is a volume of given compound. So please note it. Hurry up. Write down in your copy till I find another question for you. Percentage composition is very simple. You have to solve yourself. There is one example. So can I comment here? Please hurry up. I think you done. Dear students, there is a one more very important numerical. Sulfuric acid is the diabasic acid. You done in the grade 10. Monobasic acids, diabasic acids, tribasic acids. It gives 2 protons. So this is ionization of sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid ionized to give 2 hydrogen ions and 1 sulfate ions. So this is the same example number 1.5. If you see your book 1.5 simple example, this is a part B. This is a part B. 1.6, 20 grams of sulfuric acid are given. And question here, number of sulfuric acid molecules. So one by one I am going to calculate. First you have to calculate number of molecules. So same formula as I done in the previous example. So number of molecules. Molecules of sulfuric acid means number of particles is equal mass in gram 20, molar mass 98 grams per mole multiplied by Avogadro's number. So this is the formula. Please take out the calculator. Also calculate yourself. Calculate yourself also. 20 divided by 98 multiplied by 6.022. So this will be a 1.2. 1.228 into 10 raised to power 23. These are the molecules of sulfuric acid. 1.2289 means round off after we write 1.3 it will come. So what this is the answer for this number of molecules. This is the A part. Number B part. B part is number of hydrogen ions and sulfate ions. B part. Hydrogen ions and sulfate ions. So, dear students, you have to use the conversion factor. You have to use conversion factor. So calculate first moles. So moles of sulfuric acid. This formula is given 20 over 98. 20 divided by 98. Number of moles. So these are the 0.2. 0.20 moles of sulfuric acid. These are the number of moles. Now, sulfuric acid moles given we calculate. So he said calculate the number of ions of hydrogen ions and sulfate ions. So first of all, you have to calculate number of moles of the hydrogen ions. So according to the conversion factor, or generally write one mole of sulfuric acid gives 2 moles of hydrogen ion. According to stoichiometric equation, 1 mole of sulfuric acid gives 2 moles of hydrogen ion. So this will be a 2 over 1, and how many moles? 0.20 moles. So it means that 0.20 multiplied. So dear students, 2 multiplied by 0.2, the answer is 0.4 moles of hydrogen ions. So I am going to write here hydrogen ions is equal to 0.4 moles. Okay. Now same one mole of sulfuric acid gives 1 mole of sulfate, like this one. So same 1 over 1, and how many mole of sulfuric acid? 0.2. So 0.2. So same answer, 0.20 mole. So that's why sulfate ion moles will be 0.2 moles. Yes. So these are the number of moles of the hydrogen ions and sulfate ion. Very simple. Note it, please. Hurry up, note, then I will find the number of molecules. Very simple. So number of hydrogen ions, is equal to moles multiplied by Avogadro number. So 0.4 multiplied by 6.022 into 10 raised power 23, and number of sulfate ions 0.20 into 6.022 into 10 raised power 23, like this. So this is the formula, moles multiplied by Avogadro's number. So 0.4 multiplied by 6.022. So this answer comes, for this the answer is 2.4 into 10 raised power 23 ions of hydrogen ions, and 0.2 multiplied by 6.022, the answer is 1.20 into 10 raised power 23. These are the hydrogen ions and these are the sulfate ions. So hydrogen ions are double because there are 2 hydrogen ions and 1 sulfate ions. There is one thing I want to tell you which is not given in this book. When the acid is ionized, the number of ions particles may be equal, may not be equal. In this equation, sulfuric acid going to be ionized, 2 ions of hydrogen and 1 ion of sulfate. May be equal according to the number of ions dispersed in water, ionization. But dear students, one thing is very important, which is always equal: number of charges. Number of positive charges and number of negative charges must be equal in the aqueous solution. Dispersion of charges: hydrogen positive 1 multiplied by 2 positive 2, sulfate is negative 2. So these charges are equal. So when examiner asks you calculate the charges, so charges are always equal. Multiply by 2, this 2 charges, there are 2 already. Charges should be similar. Number of ions, number of particles may be equal, may not be equal. So dear students, here we are going to finish. Now we calculate the limiting reactant. There is one topic more remaining in this chapter, and you have to go fast at home. You must do these exercise questions, and when I meet in Zoom, so you have to ask these questions must. Thank you very much.